Beloved brothers and sisters, this morning I have prepared for you a subject or a topic that will be very important in this life that we live here on earth. This is preparation for life's big moments. And you may open your Bibles now to Daniel chapter 1, verse 1. Starting with verse 1, you can follow me. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged him, or captured Jerusalem. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, and with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God, and he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king Nebuchadnezzar, spake unto Aspenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the prince's children. There was a recruitment being made from the captive Judah or Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar, and he was assigned, or Aspenaz was assigned to recruit children who are very talented, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now, here is a beautiful picture that could be implanted in our minds and in our hearts. The conquest of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar. And there was a competition. If we have what we call a great race in the Philippines, and we also have in the Bible, in the time of Babylon, a race or a competition, a contest, where they try to mold people, young people who are talented, people who are gifted with different abilities, in order that there will be a competition, and they tried to avail themselves. There was an order of the king that they will have to avail of the talent of those coming from Judah or Jerusalem. You know, this is very difficult, I think, to enter or to join in this kind of competition, because you will notice that the children that are being picked out are skillful in all wisdom and in knowledge and in science. So even during this time, they are particular about science, and they might be able to handle computers of the modern times because of their understanding science. And, there is a way whereby the king tried to take care of those young people whom he would like to join the contest, and under his own power or under his own teaching and his own feeding them, in order that whatever they eat will be able to give them strength. But in verse 5 we read this, and the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, and then at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now unto the prince of the eunuchs they gave different names from the Babylonian authority. So they have this Daniel, who given to him that particular name, and the name of Belshazzar, and to Ananias, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and the rest of them. That is for the 3 of them, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But you know what? There is precaution for Daniel in his joining this particular contest. Although the requirement is in order to partake of the meat of the king and the wine, in order that he will be strong and he will be up to the kind or the quality of the contestant that is able to win. Daniel has his own way of trying to defend his own principles, his own wisdom. He availed of this in order to make him prosperous, and he will not be defiled with the meat of the king and with the provision of the king, because he is very determined in order that he will be a winner, an Israelite or from Judah, a contestant from Judah that is supposed to be on top of all the contestants. And unto the prince of the eunuchs, Daniel proposed that his heart, in his heart, that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. If you, like Daniel, are in favor with whatever the Lord is teaching, and you will be able to avail yourself of what the Bible teaches, or what the Lord is giving you as the armament for any battle, then you will be triumphant. And Daniel really is determined that he will not eat of the meat of the king and the wine. What he bargained for is just give us vegetables, fruits, they call it fruits. Give us vegetables and water instead of wine. That particular offer by the king, which is rejected by Daniel, if that is offered to anybody in this world who are rich or who are poor, they will be accepting this because this is good, because they will say, this is the king's meat, this is the king's menu, and therefore we will have to avail of this provision by the king. But no, Daniel did not like it. And the problem is that was assigned to Daniel in order that they will be eating the king's meat, and who refused, the eunuch said, no, that will be endangering my head. I will be losing my head if the king will discover that you are slowing down, you are sickly because I did not feed you with the prescription of the king. So the king will cut off my hand. And so Daniel encouraged him. You know what? This is what I'm telling you. Let me be under test. And I am going to prove that my own menu is better than the king's menu. And therefore you have to prove. Give me 10 days in order that we could prove it. That after 10 days, if you will find us prospering in health, if you find us telling the truth, you have got to join or allow me to enter the competition with my own prescription, not the king's prescription to be followed. And so that was what happened. And therefore here after Daniel told the eunuch that he will not submit to the king's recommendation or menu for that particular contest, then in verse 13 we read, "Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants." Now, after 10 days, now you see, I try to compare other contestants against us, and you will notice that I am telling you the truth. And so the eunuch consented. And at the end of 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat of the portion of the king's meat. So they were nice looking, they were handsome, more handsome than anybody there in the contest. And so then Melzar, this is the eunuch, which is responsible for feeding them. Then Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine and they should drink, and gave them food. And as for these poor children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning. See, if we are trying to take in kind of menu that is recommended by the Bible and not going against the will of the Lord, then there is something more that God will add unto you. What are this? This is what the Lord gave unto the children that were so obedient from Judah, these poor young people. God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning. In whatever questions, whatever problems there are, this knowledge of these children prevailed, and they were able to solve it because God gave them wisdom. And therefore, that will also be a sample for us to obey, that if we are obedient to whatever the Lord prescribes for us, not disobedient, we will be triumphant, we will be able to get the victory, and we will have the grand prize of the Grand Prix for the victory that we gained. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Imagine that, visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, the prince of the eunuchs brought them in. Then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king communed with them, and among them all was found like Daniel. Nobody was like him in all wisdom and understanding, because of his being godly and because of his being fearful, in order that he will not transgress against the law of the Lord. And therefore, he did not defile any commandment of God, and they stood before the king. There was none like them, like this Judah young people. And in all the matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and the astrologers. Imagine that. 10 times better than any contestant, any of the magicians. you see the magicians, they seem to be having power. You see them in television, that they could produce anything that will surprise you, because you do not expect that to be produced by them, but because they are powerful. Power from the devil. The avail of that, the power from the devil. But then there is a greater power. It is true that in our hearts there is a power that God has given, which is powerful, more powerful than the power of the one who is trying to lord it over the people of the world, the devil. There is the power of God that we could avail ourselves of, and therefore we have to commit ourselves to the Lord for our own victory. If we have to be obedient, and we have to be willing in all cases at all times, then God will always be there to give you the benefit that you're asking for, and the reward for all that you have done, in order that God will be glorified and He will be honored in your life. Shall we now pray? Father in heaven, thank you for this privilege to give your message. Help this to be engraved in our heart, and give us always your leadership wherever we go, whatever we do.